Okay, so I obviously unmolded these off camera. I had intended to unmold them on camera, but when it was time to unmold them, I just wanted to get it done and didn't want to take the time to set it all up and everything. It's not that interesting anyway. I did want to show you, well, see now I've got like soap dust on it, but here's the little Christmas trees, the Christmas tree. Isn't that cute? And it smells so good. Oh, it smells so good. And then obviously, these are Santa's friends. I wanted to show you, I can't remember if I said in the making of video or not, but the fragrance oil that I use, Elf Sweat, it discolors. These are supposed to be white. It's obviously not white. Here's a cup that's white, just for comparison. It is definitely a cream color. The backs of them, whoop, well, see, it still looks good though. All right, so the backs of them obviously did some weird discolorations, but it's super easy to get rid of this, and I'll show you. I have a little soap planer right here, and I just go over, and it takes a super duper thin, see, I've gone over it 3 times, and you could just barely see where it's taken. It just takes a super duper thin layer off every time I go across it. There we go. So I've got most of it off. There's just a tiny little bit over here. So we'll go from this angle. And really, that discoloration, oh, I gotta be careful with this camera. That discoloration, it does nothing to the soap except it looks weird. So taking it off just for somebody who doesn't know, it just looks better, and people aren't going to be like, oh, that's really weird. Why is it weird, different colors and stuff? If you look really close, let me see if I can find one. These ones that I picked to show you on camera look pretty good. Well, this one, let's see. Can you see? It almost looks like a little watermark right there. It's just barely noticeable. But what was on the back, you could see it a lot more, and I think people who don't know about fragrance oils will probably think it's weird that the soap is different colors. So I picked this fragrance for this, number one, because I love this fragrance, it smells so good, but because I knew it was going to discolor, but these I'm going to paint. Okay, let me show you the colors, and then I'll tell you how exactly I'm going to paint these soaps. So the colors that I will be using today: Pewter Silver Mica from Brambleberry, Orange Vibrance from Nurture Soap, Maya Gold from Nurture Soap, Rainforest from Nurture Soap, and Brick Dust from Nurture Soap. In order to paint with these colors, I have 2 paint brushes. These are actually food grade. These are Wilton. You just get them in the cake aisle. I don't think it really matters if you use food grade or just, a regular paintbrush. I don't think it matters because it's soap. You're not actually going to be eating any of it. So all you have to do, let's see, what do I want to start with? I think I'm going to start with red and green. And I have found, because if you look at this from the side, you could see there's different heights on there. So I have found that if you start on the highest one, that if it dribbles down onto the lower ones, it's easier to cover up. All you need to do is take just a teeny tiny smidge of mica. I mean, that is very little. And then I've got my 91% rubbing alcohol, and I spray it against the side of the cup. I wouldn't spray it directly on that, because if you spray it directly on that, it's going to poof up everywhere. So I spray it on the side of the cup, just a few sprays. Then you mix the mica in there, and that's it. You have rubbing alcohol that is colored. Now, and yes, it's gonna dry out because it's rubbing alcohol. It's going to evaporate. So all you have to do is spray a little bit more in there and keep using it. So let me start with some green.